fired up now. It's time to go. Let's go. Come on. We're going to take it to him. You guys ready? We're going to take it to him. Let's go. That's what we've been waiting for. We're going to take it to him. You guys ready? We're going to take it to him. Let's go. That's what we've been waiting for. Let's get him now. Let's get him. Let's go. Get out there. We're going to take it to him. You guys ready? We're going to take it to him. Let's go. That's what we've been waiting for. Let's go. Get out there.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz going up against the Phoenix Suns here at their home Talking Stick Resort Arena. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. GA, it's all yours.
Well, the writing was on the wall for the end of the grit and grind era in Memphis. So Mike Conley, the Grizzlies' all-time leader in points, assists, three-pointers, and games played, knew it was time for him to part ways with the organization. In joining Utah, Conley is on a team with a chance to once again compete deep into the playoffs. And Kevin, he's a significant upgrade for the Jazz.
You're right, DA, a big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. And now look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Friday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles, such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense.
And so off the tip, it's Utah.
Yo, man up on Mike.
Conley with it.
Hey, look at yours.
He dishes it to Mitchell.
Out.
Puts up a 3. Drops in the tray. Mitchell's got the first 3 points tonight for the Jazz.
I don't know how you guard this guy because you've got to play the drive, and right there he buries a 3. That is beautiful.
Mitchell against Booker. Back to Rubio. 5 to shoot. Here's Ayton. Gobert with the block, but they recover it. And the basket by Rubio. Utah with the ball. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
They sleptwalked through that entire effort. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game.
Hey, watch Ricky.
Pass to Booker.
Ball.
And here is Ayton.
Hey, kick it out.
Rubio right side. And here's Booker from the arc. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Well, Ricky Rubio has defined point guard vision. He can see the floor so beautifully.
Conley against Rubio. Conley, the pass to Gobert.
Come get it. Pick up.
Now here's Conley. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Floats one up, and he sinks the layup.
Gotta admire how clever Conley is. Gifted at catching the defense off guard with that soft floater.
Conley against Rubio. Ayton dishes to Oubre. 6 on the shot clock. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He's starting to develop that range. Maybe the stroke isn't perfect, but Oubre showing promise.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. And And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Ayton.
You know what I love about Donovan Mitchell? He is just as great off the court as he is on. This guy is engaging. He's self-aware. He is the real deal.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And with his dad working with Major League Baseball players, Mitchell was rubbing elbows with guys making millions. He saw some players who stayed humble and others who didn't. And you know what, Doris? I think it made an impression.
And I think, Kevin, if you listen to Donovan, he talks about how his parents impressed upon him the importance of how you treat people. So even with all the success, it's not going to this young man's head. He is so grounded.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Now, here's Rubio. It's stolen by Gobert. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. To the paint, here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, Mr. Ayton decides, why just lay it up when you can finish with authority?
Hey, get on my...
And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
Two shots.
And he can't get the first one. Doris, what do you think it's like for a team coming into a new season with a new head coach?
You know what's fascinating to me is each individual organization, Kevin, seems to have their own vernacular, their own verbiage to describe their system. So with a new coach, number one, he's putting in a system. Number two, the guys are trying to familiarize themselves with his language, not only the X's and O's, but how does he communicate it?
And yeah, right, that's a good point. The delivery of the message is sometimes as important as the X's and O's.
No doubt.
Now here's Booker. 32 points for him last game against the Clippers.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Good work there as it goes.
I don't think there's much more you can do. Bogdanovich is too skilled and too strong on these finishes with contact.
Booker the pass to Saric. Oubre outside. And the three off target.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
Now, here's Mitchell. 20 points for him last game against Sacramento.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Rudy Gobert wears the number 27 to remind his doubters that that's where he was picked back in 2013.
Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Suns. Trailing by 2. And Doris very focused on earning league-wide respect as Gobert.
Well, Rudy Gobert, I thought, deserved to be on the All-Star team last year. Obviously, that did not happen. The entire Jazz organization was outraged. He will be an All-Star in the future. He is that much of a force, and it begins on the defensive end for Rudy.
Here's Mitchell. Devin Booker picking up that last basket, and it's good, 2 points. 9 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, it's all about decision-making in the pick and roll, and Donovan Mitchell making all the right choices.
Rubio finds Booker. Here's Baines. No good. Gobert with the defensive effort. The wide open look here for Ingles. The three-pointer no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Baines. Utah with the rebound. Here's Conley. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Conley's got his second bucket.
Well, Bogdanovich continues to develop different aspects of his game. Great seeing him stick passes like that.
Rubio outside. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here is Conley. Pass to Mitchell. Over Booker. Here's Bogdanovich. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Saric against Bogdanovich. And Saric kicks to Booker. Drains it from beyond the arc. Booker's got 8 points.
Well, that's the bread, the butter, the main course, Booker's move, and the catch and shoot money.
Conley the pass to Mitchell. And Baines pulls it down.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic, but boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
The pass to Rubio. Here's Baines, defended by Gobert. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Rubio misses. Utah leading. Mitchell wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 12.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Booker with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up. Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for the Suns. Bridges comes in for Kelly Oubre. Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. The one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. For Utah, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Here's Niang. Clarkson surveying the floor. Over Bridges. Shots good by Clarkson. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Well, Jordan Clarkson came into the NBA as an aggressive scorer, and in the mid-range, he is as good as it gets.
Now, Kaminsky. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Baines dishes to Booker. Three-pointer. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Moutier passes to Clarkson. Bradley kicks to Moutier. Stolen by Rubio. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Phoenix making a change here. Diallo's checked in. And Utah with a change here, too. Davis is checked in for Mitchell.
And it was made clear early on to Ricky Rubio that the Jazz were moving on from him. But Rubio quickly finds a home in Phoenix. 3-year deal for Rubio, who is a good fit with the Suns. Having a real point guard on the team like Rubio should be a huge boost. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Offensive rebound. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Trying to get open is Davis. Count that one.
Well, Emmanuel Mudiay, that kind of shot will up your field goal percentage, gentlemen.
Bounce pass, Rubio. Diallo with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. No good from Booker.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
1:51 left in the first quarter. Passes to Mudiay. Over Kaminsky, and there's another one for the Jazz.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Diallo. The slam dunk by Diallo.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Bridges against Clarkson. Bradley up top. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the basket by Rubio. Now it's a 7-point Suns lead.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Yeah, look at me.
Mudiay kicks to Clarkson. Here's Davis. And no good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Here's Kaminsky. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. Emmanuel Mudiay picks one up.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. The Suns shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Kaminsky.
And the first task for Monty Williams is going to be retooling this offense. Plenty of offensive talent here. Team has underperformed on that end for years.
And one of the things he wants to implement, Greg, Monty Williams wants to utilize more movement, right? He has mentioned a style similar to what they ran while he was with the Spurs organization. So don't expect to see any stagnant bodies on the offensive end this year.
The Jazz have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Two.
The free throw good from Mudiay.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Mudiay must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Both shots good from the stripe. 15 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Booker against Clarkson. And Booker kicks to Rubio. Misses the 3. And so it's Phoenix in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton. And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Shaq Diallo is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Niang, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Niang's got his first points of the game. Rubio looking around. Davis with the double team. Suns moving the ball around. Now, here's Rubio. He's guarded close. 2 points. That one goes. Rubio's got the lead, back up to 10 now for the Suns.
But just so under control with the ball. Nice move by Rubio.
Bradley trying to break free. Doesn't go for him. The Suns go the other way with it. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, DA. Thank you. And although the team didn't have much success last year, Emmanuel Mudiay, he certainly got his career back, I thought, Doris, in the right direction.
Well, I think for Emmanuel, he had an opportunity for minutes, and he played as he needed to in order to show that he is a capable player going forward. The tools, I think, have always been there for the former number 7 pick. It's about starting to put it together consistently.
And he knocks down the first one. A lot of players have taken their game to another level. A lot of improvement they've done individually. Any surprises that have caught your eye, Doris, over the years?
Yeah, I would say probably maybe the greatest single individual leap I've ever seen is by the reigning most improved player, and that's Pascal Siakam. Couldn't get in the rotation consistently in the postseason, and then became such an integral part of an NBA championship team. Kemba Walker, who is an all-star caliber player, all NBA level guy, continues to stay in the lab and keep improving. So a ton of guys, Domantas Sabonis, another young big who's been incredible. Just great to see guys progress.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Ayton. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Fourth, the Suns.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Here's Booker. 20 points for him.
Clarkson using his combination of size and speed to affect the shot. That's really good defense.
Pass to Ayton.
Get it going.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Well, if it's possible for a #1 overall pick to go under the radar, then I think that's what you'd say about DeAndre Ayton last year. Doncic stole the headlines, certainly, but DeAndre Ayton had a big-time start to his career.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And the numbers that Ayton put up as a rookie, very impressive.
Well, DeAndre Ayton said the lack of attention didn't bother him at all. This guy showed he can be a focal point on both ends, and he's only going to get better with more repetition.
Kelly Oubre's checked in for Phoenix. Then for the Jazz, Gobert's checked in for Bradley. Bogdanovich comes in for George Niang. And it's Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay.
I tell you, this guy already a double-double threat nightly, and DeAndre Ayton's ceiling is still high. Now, he's got to go ahead and reach those expectations by putting in the work.
Back to Clarkson. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Well, just gets into the thick of the defense and makes a terrific play. Go ahead, Jordan Clarkson.
Johnson outside. Oubre outside. Offensive rebound. Here's Rubio. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, see, the defender unwilling to just give it to Rubio forces him to the line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year, 86% from the stripe.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Utah. That one misses.
And one thing that's been plaguing the Suns for years, undisciplined play.
Greg, I think that shows up most typically in your bottom of the league in turnovers and personal fouls, both categories 7 years running. When you're at a competitive disadvantage in terms of talent and experience, you can't afford to make those mistakes.
Doubled by Bogdanovich. Rubio finds Oubre. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 6th assist on the night. Jazz trail by 13. There's the pass to Gobert. Booker against Clarkson. Here's Conley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Ricky Rubio picks one up. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
2.
And he makes the first. Doris, if you had to list a player with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind, James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
Oubre offline with his 3.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Inside. And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Mike Conley.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
Now here's Ayton. Shoots from the elbow. No good from Booker.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And here is Conley. 8 points for him. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
Here's Baines. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes it to Booker. From downtown, a new 14 for the Suns. Gobert with the block.
And the remarkable reach of the Stifle Tower. Gobert twice on the pipes.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Phoenix with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
Well, the numbers back up that assertion, Greg, no doubt about it. And sometimes it's about, hey, we've got to get on the glass and make sure they're feeling us all night long. They didn't do that.
Phoenix calls timeout. And Doris, Rudy Gobert has come a long way as a finisher.
No doubt, Kevin. He has led the league in field goal percentage, and they have worked so hard to get his balance and strength correct. This guy is becoming more and more dangerous as a scorer.
A moment to check out DeAndre Ayton here.
Last season, he played outstanding. 10th in field goal percentage, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. Now, here's Ayton. Here's Baines. Gobert with the block. Outside Conley. Takes the 3. They get it back. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
Well, that's about hustle and effort from Bogdanovich. To go after the rebound with that kind of intention is exactly what you hope for as a coach.
Now, here's Oubre. 5 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. Ayton kicks to Oubre. From deep. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 6 rebounds now in the game. On the wing, Ingles. And the 3 ball is good. And now a 3-point Jazz lead.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Now, here's Oubre. Pass to Johnson. Now, here's Ayton. Stolen by Michael Conley. Pulls up for 3. Utah gets it back. Another shot. Gobert can't hit. The Suns shooting straight 49% from the field. Oubre against Ingles. Pass to Baines. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Johnson, wide open, he fires. It's good from long range. Johnson's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Booker against Conley. The pass to Ingles. Now here's Conley. Not a lot of room. Over Booker. Conley's shot is off. Phoenix has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Passes to Ayton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Ayton hits them both. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Sharch checked in for Ayton. Bradley's checked in for the Jazz. And that one misses. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Booker. And the Suns miss again.
And, you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
Gobert finds Conley. To the paint, here's Mitchell. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's Johnson. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Utah's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. The shot, no good. The Suns go the other way with it.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Here's Booker. Rebound, Utah. Bogdanovich has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Pass to Kaminsky. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Kaminsky's got 5 now. And here's Utah. They're on a 20-7 run. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Mitchell against Johnson, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Wow, gentlemen, the quick first step of Donovan Mitchell gets the advantage, and it's over.
The Suns trailing. Here's Johnson. To the middle, here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the score by Phoenix. Now Bogdanovich. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
For Utah, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Three shots.
The free throw drops for Mitchell. Well, Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Good on the second free throw.
Boy, guys, you think about it. A very respectable 50 wins for the Jazz last year. That's a 5 seed in the absolute brutal West. But now what do you think? The playoffs, when it counts the most, you bowed out in 5 games to the Houston Rockets.
And he makes all 3.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Rubio, the pass to Saric. Bridges with it. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Just 5 on the clock. With the floater, and Booker with the layup. Booker's got 6 points in the quarter.
There are few people in the league that are more scary when they start to find their rhythm than Devin Booker, and he's cooking right now.
Mitchell outside. Over Booker. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Jazz lead by 1. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
The thing I like was how they were making a conscious effort to work the ball inside. They should do the same in the second half. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whether running the offense through the post, driving it, doesn't matter. Get to the rim, and the rest will take care of itself.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the 5. They now take the lead. And it's 8 points for Kelly Oubre.
Look at how confident Kelly Oubre is in the catch and shoot. You know why? Because he worked at it.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Back to Conley. Gobert trying to get open, and it's Conley that time on the assist by Gobert. Gobert's got 4 assists now tonight. Saric outside. Dishes it to Booker. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. A 2-point game. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look. at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And Saric kicks to Rubio. Here's Ayton, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Stolen by Rubio. Booker outside. Saric passes to Rubio. Pass to Ayton. Clock at 6.
Joe, look at the clock.
Rubio against Conley. Fades. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Jazz trail by 4. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Mitchell outside. The pass to Bogdanovich. Mitchell looking it over. Off target from three-point range.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
At his size, Dario Saric can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
Now here's Conley. He's got 17. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Oubre against Ingles. Oubre passes to Ayton. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Utah, fast break. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Well, this is where the freakish length of Rudy Gobert, so effective at reaching in and prying the ball away from the opposition.
Saric up top. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And here's Booker from the arc. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, this is problematic because Donovan Mitchell can hurt you any number of ways. Driving, spotting up, you name it, he's got it.
Rubio the pass to Saric. Kicks it to Booker. Just 5 to shoot. Doubled by Bogdanovich. Here's Saric. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And the Suns lead by 4.
This guy is an efficient scorer. Dario Saric knows his strengths on the offensive end and can capitalize.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Phoenix making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Check Diallo in for Dario Saric. And Utah also making a switch. Davis is checked in. Gobert with it. And here is Ingles. Just 4 to shoot. Over Oubre. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns.
And taking a look now at the stats for Ricky Rubio. Some last season stats for him. He was around 12 points per game last year. 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
A nice shot by Booker.
Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker on the interior. It matters not if he's facing size. Look out.
Now here's Gobert. There's the dish to Mitchell. And the foul's on Check Diallo. That is his 1st foul of the game. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Here's Davis. Still looking for his 1st bucket in this one. Here's the teardrop. But they'll get another chance.
Well, very difficult to guard the floater. Jordan Clarkson, nicely done.
Suns leading by 4. Passes it to Diallo. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
And what I don't understand about the Suns, they had Ayton last year, and Doris somehow go from middle of the pack to last in the league in rebounding.
And I think that's why we talk about the value of rebounding as a team, right? I think gone are the days when you can have just 1 or 2 guys working the glass. In the Suns' case, obviously, that really decreased their number of possessions.
Mikal Bridges checked in for Oubre. The Jazz also changing it up. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's Moutier in for Mitchell. There's the feed to Booker. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. The three-pointer is right on target. Moutier's got 11 points.
Well, this to me is the critical aspect that Emmanuel Mudiay must develop. Can he knock down three-point shots? He does so there.
Booker with no one around. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And that's now 29 points for Devin Booker. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 2. Pass to Clarkson. To the inside, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical. Well, you look at the Suns going forward. They have got to believe a big part of the puzzle is DeAndre Ayton. This guy was the #1 overall pick in last year's draft.
Now here's Booker. He's got 29 points.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. Doris Ayton, a terrific rebounder. He can score in the paint, and of course, he is still improving.
Yeah, what you like about DeAndre Ayton, Kev, is he doesn't just rely on his God-given talent. This guy knows he needs to be more consistent with the jumper, improve his overall defensive awareness, but this guy is willing to put in the work to become a complete and great NBA player.
Here's Clarkson, following the score by Phoenix. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Niang, defended by Bridges. Niang, no good. The Suns leading. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Clarkson with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Baines. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The Suns need to get a shot off.
Help me! Help me!
Now here's Diallo. D right on him. He kicks it to Bridges. Pass to Rubio. Over Moutier, and the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, the in-between game for Rubio starting to come around.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Booker against Clarkson. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Kaminsky is checked in for the Suns. Bogdanovich is checked in for Utah. Suns leading by 4. Kaminsky finds Baines. The shot comes out. Bradley with some nice D.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Clarkson bounce pass. Bradley dishes to Bogdanovich. Shoots over Rubio, and the shot is long.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Here's Moutier. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Here's Niang. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
And so he makes both from the line. And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
Jazz trail by 4. Here's Moutier. Tries again. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And the basket by Kaminsky.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now, here's Clarkson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Rubio against Moutier. Puts it up from 12. Here's Kaminsky. Lays it up and banks it in. Kaminsky's got 4 points this quarter.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 8 points for him.
You know, 2 things happen there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
Bridges misses. Jazz trail by 6.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And it's Bradley with the ball for Utah. Now Clarkson. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Moutier. Good on the triple. Moutier's got 16. Three quarters of play in a close game here. Suns ahead, leading by 3. 2K Sports, back to Phoenix after this. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Jazz trail by 3. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Frank Kaminsky is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Conley into the lane. Goes back up. And it's Bradley laying it in.
Well, just it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Stolen by Michael Conley. And there's the pass to Clarkson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Devin Booker.
Well, when Emmanuel Mudiay has got deep post position, boy, he is going to attack and earn the trip to the stripe.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. The Suns making a switch here. Oubre's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Boy, the missed free throw there, keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Rubio against Mudiay. Rubio the pass to Kaminsky. Now here's Oubre. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Clarkson. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Clarkson's running. That gives them the lead. And that's 19 points for Conley.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now here's Booker, and it's off the back rim, no good. This one for 3. Conley's shot is off.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Passes it to Kaminsky. Back to Rubio. Pass to Ayton. 5 to shoot. Kaminsky kicks to Oubre. Sinks the triple. And the Suns lead by 1.
Yeah, the extreme confidence on display by Oubre, knocking it down with the D in his grill.
Conley with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Goes up to the stripe. Here's Bradley. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Ayton. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Down low. That's good from Mudiay on the assist by Bradley. Moutier's got 11 points here in just the second half. Pass to Kaminsky. Oubre outside. Ayton inside. Defended by Mudiay. Oubre against Clarkson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Clarkson. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all three levels.
The Suns making a switch here. Saric is checked in. Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Joe Ingles comes in for Moutier. Second free throw, no good. Occupying that instant offense role, Doris, Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
Two.
That free throw, no good. And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. And he's good on the second. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. The pass to Bradley. They double him with Saric, and Bradley gets it to go.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Booker over Mitchell, and with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Booker.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Here's Booker. Here's Saric. That one misses. Bradley with some nice D. Conley with it. Guarded now by Rubio. And here's Ingles outside. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Booker outside. Shoots it up.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Last season, we saw Kelly Oubre get traded to the Suns. That was a surprise success for both him and the team.
Oubre came in and gave the Suns that defensive spark they so desperately needed. The long arms, he can get in the passing lanes, and he plays with tremendous energy, and they love him.
Two.
Free throw, good, Oubre.
And remember, he grew up in New Orleans, but Kelly Oubre had to move to Texas after Hurricane Katrina. Some tough times that he said put a little bit of a chip on his shoulder to this day.
And both free throws good for Oubre.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Here's Gobert, outside Conley. 6 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. It's a one-point game. Here's the three. Mitchell trying to free himself. Conley's shot is off. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Oubre. It goes straight through with the swish. Oubre's got 12 points here in the second half.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
The first one falls.
Boy, you have to admire Donovan Mitchell. This guy is capable of playing either guard position, and he plays with so much passion and energy, guys. It's infectious.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Bradley. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Offensive rebound. Good on the bucket. 6 points for Dario Saric.
How about the instincts of Dario Saric? Just exceptional at getting those second chance opportunities.
Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Inside. Here's Gobert. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 11 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Booker from past the arc. Cans it from downtown. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Mitchell is double. Pass to Gobert. Ingles against Oubre. Now, here's Ingles. Guarded closely. Here's Mitchell. Rejected by Booker.
And they continue to control the glass.
Well, it's a level of concentration that has to happen for you to finish through contact. Donovan Mitchell doing work.
Rubio finds Saric. Pass to Booker from outside the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And here is Conley after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Here's Mitchell, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Mitchell's got 12 points in just the second half. Conley against Rubio with the teardrop. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Here's Rubio. Michael Conley making his last shot. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And the Suns call time here. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
And he's earned it with his three-point shooting more than anything else. I mean, his stroke from beyond has been smooth as silk, and 18 of his points have come from long range, a nice contribution.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Now, here's Rubio. Saric. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Saric has got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, what determination from Dario Saric. So good at being aggressive around the rim.
Conley finds Gobert. Conley scanning the floor. Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists now in this one. Rubio against Conley. Rubio right side. Here's Baines. He's off on that one. Now the Jazz take it the other way.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it. Donovan Mitchell might be young, but this guy is fearless and capable of big-time opportunity making.
Now, here's Rubio. Timeout called, the Suns. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
Conley against Rubio. Another shot. Good D by Mitchell.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Amazing poise from Bogdanovich, able to deliver a huge shot.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Oubre. Here's Booker. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
Booker against Mitchell. The drive by Booker. Yep, it counts. Booker's got 41.
Does it seem to you guys that this guy, nothing phases him? Booker treats every moment like every other moment, no matter how big, no matter how small. Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. 1:29 left to play in the final quarter. Booker against Clarkson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
This is not a young man you want to send to the line. Booker's already a lights-out foul shooter.
Two.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Sometimes picking after number 10 is just fine. The 13th pick in 2016, Devin Booker, one of the brightest young guards in the NBA today.
And the second of 2 is good. And that brings them within 2 here. And the Jazz call time here. They're up by 2. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth. Conley against Rubio. Here's Clarkson. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feed. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Center stage with the game and the balance. Jordan Clarkson, no problem.
Gobert with the block. Oubre against Ingles. Feeds it to Conley. That one doesn't go. And Phoenix will come the other way. And the pass to Baines. Booker looking around. Clock at 4. Fades and shoots. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Utah calls timeout. They're leading by 2. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Conley against Rubio. They double-team Conley. Count it!
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're behind by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the game. To the paint. Booker the pass to Baines. And here's Oubre from deep three-point range. That shot no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And so it's Utah who scraped by with a win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by court. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.